Hi everybody, I'm Kathleen Byron, and I would like to read to you from my second unpublished book, the chapter Donkey Fantasies for Forgiveness. Donkey fantasies are powerful. They make the spirit soar. They make the eyes leak. They make the heart burst with joy. They somehow metaphysically solidify in the psyche. I don't know how, they just do. A fantasy is a powerful thing. It can joyfully fill a boring time. It can make a painful time better. It can make a painful person bearable. It can work miracles. I use them all day, every day. I imagine all kinds of exciting things, earth-moving things. In my fantasies, I am famous and meet celebrities and world figures and move mountains and do all kinds of wonders and miracles. It can even heal a wounded heart. I will attempt to share with you the donkey fantasy of the middle school bully. When I was in 6th grade, my mother dressed me in polyester dresses with lace, put a big perm in my hair, afro. I was white, fair, and plump. Imagine the endless amusement this caused my hip schoolmates in 1976. I met up with a girl I shall call Miss A. She was smaller than me, wiry, with big button starry eyes. Those eyes stared straight in my soul, it felt. She had her own idiosyncrasies that would tug at your heart, that I will not print here out of respect for her. She was an ununderstood icon that terrified me. I tried at the same time to be friends with her and alternately challenged her. One day she and another girl were punching me by the locker until suddenly I heard a strange noise. So odd. It was me, howling like an animal. Her eyes doubled in size, terrified, and she ran. Another girl got an adult. I eventually tired of her, and my pathetic, cowardly self said finally enough. One day, absent-mindedly doodling, I casually told a watchful acquaintance that the next time Miss A walked slowly and deliberately directly in front of me down the hall, I would take the ball of my foot and place it on her posterior and propel her into the air and down the hall. Yes, I am sure those were the careful, slowly drawled out words that I used. Miss A never came around again. At the end of the year, she summoned me to her gym locker. She showed me a steak knife. "I'm going to get so-and-so," she said. "Oh, no, you're not," I thought dryly. She was not at school next year. Where did she go? Girls' school? Prison? Is she dead like some of my classmates? I don't know. We moved to southern Indiana later. I've never been to one of those school reunions, sadly, but she remained an icon of fear and shame and sadness and humiliation at my cowardice for all these years. But then I had the most beautiful fantasy. I will start with my original fantasy, condensed version. I have a fantasy that I will write a book. It will be like chicken soup for the soul with a magical zing. I will become famous and fly all over the world, touching hungry souls with special messages and kindness. Miss A is across the country, back in Indiana. She is living in a horrible, run-down hellhole with a man I liken to that old jerky grandpa in The Color Purple, one of my favorite movies. Imagine him laying around drunk, working up a violence nightly with that grouchy, gracky old voice. Crackle, frackle, ugly old, stupid old worthless, while she cowers, skinny, malnourished, uncared for, broken, beaten, used, scarred. She has heard of the donkey. Her beaten brain does not remember her shenanigans in middle school, so she does not know that Donkey is her former victim attempted friend. She just knows that Donkey is a person who loves everyone unconditionally and would help her if she could just see. One night, in a drunken, hateful spiel, her pimp, lover, tormentor devil has said something that has struck a nerve. She explodes. Screaming, crying, hysterical, she tells him she will leave. Leave and go to the donkey. He laughs so hard he almost pees his pants. She stands huffing, staring. He is violent and laughing at the same time. If he could get up right now, he would cut her, violate her, break her. He is laughing and lurching. That donkey gonna see your ugly old face and slam that door on your ass. She gonna call the police and they gonna roll you off. Then you gonna call me, see if I help your ugly old ass. His taunts go on. He is gasping with laughter. I will, she triumphantly screams, her eyes bugging out. I will go, and she will take me in, and I will tell her about you, and someone will come and kick your ass. He falls into new paroxysms of hilarity. You got no money, you stupid. She slips out eventually with a tiny bit of money she has hidden and hoarded, and boards a bus for California. She barely has enough to pay for the ticket. She does not eat for 3 days except for what she finds in trash cans and other ways. She rides the Greyhound. She gets to Sacramento. The Donkey book said that Kathleen lived in Sacramento. Then reality suddenly hits. She does not have an address. She sits in the bus station, her head in her hands, knowing she is going to die. Then she hears a voice. It sounds funnily like Abu on The Simpsons. This would cheer her if she were not so hungry, tired, dirty, and ready to faint. Quietly and discreetly he asks her, "Are you looking for the donkey?" She follows him in a daze, her eyes wide. He drives her to the driveway. It is so much a miracle, he says. They say she has never moved since she became famous. But the reporters and the pesterers, they drive around and become confused and never can find the house. She gets out. She has no luggage. Then her food-starved brain panics and remembers the fare. He is already gone. She stumbles to the door and rings the doorbell. The donkey's mother answers. Her eyes widen. Her mom screams hoarsely for Kathleen. Kathleen comes running and stops dead in her tracks. Miss A whispers, "I can has cheeseburger?" And faints in her arms. The donkey is strong. She has carried stacks of rotors and heads in crates. She whispers, "You can has filet mignon," and picks up and carries the filthy, broken, scarred little body of her friend to her bed, and they bring her sustenance and make her bubbly bath water and fill it with the milk of human kindness. How can you not forgive a friend who so needs a cheeseburger? I hope that you will see from this story that I was speaking metaphorically about the cheeseburger. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. That is the story of, or that is the chapter of Donkey Fantasies for Forgiveness. You can see the emotion it elicited in me after all these years after writing it. That emotion is cathartic to me. It helps me. It's like it clears the air. Thank you for listening. I love you, friend. Bye-bye.